We will start with questions in the room.
In the room?
Yep.
All right, Coach. Michelle, I know we can be rolling out. First question for you. Shots are just raining tonight.
Yeah.
How much does that help you guys when you kind of get that start on 3-point shoots?
Yeah. We had them pretty spread out. Thought we were finding open shooters. We made them for that big stretch to build a lead, and then we started missing them. But that's the way it goes when you shoot threes. And it's been our identity. Where we're able to get 29's a lot of threes, but shooting that well. We've got some good shooters, and we've spread people out. And obviously, K-Mac did the most damage today.
What was it like seeing AP in Atlanta? Just fresh start, everything like that. Just rotation.
I don't think about other teams' players. I think about my team's players.
So I'm going to tell you that's your identity. What was it more of the matchup tonight, as far as
No. Alicia Gray's a really good defender. I thought it was us finding ways to play behind a ball screen and their ball screen defense. We've been working on that, and to be honest with you, the last 2 games we finally have found ourselves in that way. First few games we were a little sticky, we were a little hesitant. We weren't seeking the paint as much, and so I think we just moved it. We're trusting each other, and when you're open, you shoot it. And we were fortunate to make some tonight.
Can you speak about the defense?
Our defense or their defense? Yeah.
Once you started hitting the threes, and you started
got set. Yeah. And the biggest thing was they destroyed us in the paint, and it's been a problem for us. And so we just, once again at halftime, we showed them, where we were giving up points in the paint that were just not very disciplined plays, getting back cut, getting ducked in on by the bigs, just not, our closeouts and that sort of thing. Just didn't do what we needed to do to protect our paint. And so they shot, when you score 22 points in the paint, you're going to shoot a high percentage. They shot 52.8 in the first half. And, we really locked in on that and knew that we had to find, our identity defensively. We had to find a way. And so second half, they had just 8 points in the paint. And that correlates to a 37.5 second half field goal percentage. So getting that done. Now, both teams were scoring in the first half, so it's not like we weren't scoring. We were just scoring a little differently. So both teams were scoring, and we just knew that at some point to break that, you couldn't just keep trading baskets to win the game. You had to get separation, and the defense was going to be our path.
What's working so well for you?
Fee? She's a great player. That works well for her. She's just so versatile. Saw tonight that she spent a lot of time working on her 3-ball, so it's good to see her knock a few down. She's just got great footwork. She doesn't make the same move twice. She's got this touch from 10 feet, so she doesn't always have to be on the block. Doesn't stop moving. She's just really dependable and trustworthy.
Can you speak more on just the movement on the offense? I mean, you spoke about a little bit, but
yeah,
patient, moving around.
Yeah, I mean, it's Atlanta's defense is physical and hard to play against. And really, obviously, as they were getting more and more desperate in the game, it got harder and harder for us. So the defense for them was physical. We had to find ways quick out. If they were going to put 2 on the ball, we had to get out, and we had to. We had to be physically, mentally tough is what we said. And we had to play with physical toughness. And when you went to the paint, you can't go in there and be narrow and feeble. You had to go wide and strong and just own your space and get clobbered because that's what it takes in this league to get a foul call. And so I thought that we found our way with that as well.
Now pivot to the Zoom, starting off with Kent.
Hey, I mean, you've seen Caleb get hot before, but yeah. I mean, when you're watching a player just on a heater like that, I mean, just how much fun is it just to watch? I mean, she made her first 9 shots, her first 6 threes.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a career high for her with the Lynx and matched her career high. Have you seen her play better?
I've seen her shoot it better. Probably not. I mean, we've been together since 2021, so I don't. I hope maybe there was another performance. It's what I remember. But I think the most impressive thing is she's the first player in league history And this is just crazy for her position. First player in league history to score more than 30 points, shooting better than 80% from the field, 100% from the foul line, making 6 or more threes or making 5 or more free throw attempts. So that stat line is first in league history. And so we needed it. She moved into 36 all time, with 4,335 points, 10th in franchise point scores. So just a really impressive night, and we needed it. We needed it to kind of play off of our defense and try to get some separation. And I think it's a team that understands that we play off of each other, and if Fee's getting a lot of attention, if our roller's getting a lot of attention, how to play behind it, giving yourself up in a ball screen. Courtney Williams is in a new life of running a point guard spot and getting trapped, and she has to help us get out of the thing, and she did. I mean, she early on pocket passing, and bigs were making great pick and roll decisions, and so just the trust that they all have, and it was K-Mac's night big time for us, and we're really happy for her.
And Smith, she's just been amazing from 3 to start this season.
Yeah.
And she doesn't take any bad ones, but for some reason teams still think that she's not going to hit them.
It's hard. It's the easiest position to get threes off in. You're playing with Nafisa. It's the easiest position to get the 3 ball. Because you have to do so much rotating and pick and roll. And so oftentimes, that's why you say when you have a 4 that can shoot the ball, 4 or 5, whatever you want to call her, that's utopia. And for her, not only is she be able to shoot it, but we put the ball in her hands to be a playmaker as well. So we liked what she was doing. We got to clean up her fouling. But yeah, we agree. Lamb was another good night for her.
And the last one for me, I know you said after the Connecticut game that you probably played well enough to win. You didn't, but yet you played 3 games in 4 nights. You win 2 of them. You're 4-1. Probably not a surprise necessarily to you, perhaps around the league a little bit, but can you just talk about how proud you are of the team having turned in 3 performances like this in 4 nights?
Yeah, I mean, proud of them for sure. I think if you asked all of them, this was built in training camp. The immediate trust and chemistry that they have, belief in each other, playing with and for each other. Sometimes it takes some time to build. This group got it right away. Everybody, kind of lives in that we call it their 1 or 2. Do what you do well. Don't play outside of yourself. Do the thing you do best, and then the thing you do second best. Then just move on if it's not there. They've really bought into that. They've bought into the defensive side. Defense has put us in position to win every game that we've played in. And so, yeah, the threes are fun and all that, but make no mistake about it. Defense is the reason why we're sitting here in decent shape and getting off to, a great start. Initially, we were like, hey, let's just, a good start. When we're 2-0 and that Seattle series, and now we're off to a great start, and they've earned it, and I am really proud of them.
Now we'll go Blake, then Willie.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take. Alana Smith has been great for you guys pretty much the first 7 games of the season. What do you think of her game, especially offensively and defensively for you guys so far this season?
She's just versatile. She's so versatile. And, the threes are falling for her. She's taken them with, I think, great patience. She's not rushed. So whenever she gets set and her form is nice and slow, the trajectory is good and has a chance to go in every time she shoots it. I think also she's playing off the bounce well. I think that, she's, whether it's her drives, it's her step throughs. She also is embracing now, getting the ball in the paint where I told her, when we take Fee out, you got to do the work of Fee in the paint. And still be willing to. So she does all of that. And then defensively, she's been tremendously valuable. She didn't have a block shot tonight, but she's been, just her well-positioned, well-timed in her rotations. And she's a smart basketball player, high basketball IQ. She's selfless. And they've all embraced her, and she's in a good space.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Willie?
Thank you. Hey, Cheryl. Earlier this season, you talked about a training camp vibe. It dictates how a season can go. You sort of know from jump. You come in today as the only team ranked in the top 3 in both points scored, points allowed. You're 2 points away from an undefeated season. 3 of the first 5 opponents in 4 games were ranked in everybody's power rankings top 4. What did you see that others didn't about your Lynx?
I think the simple answer is we see it in ourselves and other the experts. We don't believe the experts, and nor should anybody else. Every team around the league does not look at those power rankings and these pundits that seem to know. They come up with their rankings, and then they say it, everybody repeats it, and we've never felt like we were going to be a bad team. We actually have felt all along, and you go back and you look at documented in the offseason, we talked about, we believe we can be a top 4 team and competing and hosting playoff series and competing for a championship. We've said that. Now it's early. We're off to a good start. We positioned ourselves, decently. We've got such a long way to go. But they see it in each other. When we laughed about it, because it's been this way. I guess when you move from a dynasty era, and then we don't have the same names, then there's just not the same respect given. I don't know if they don't believe in the coach. There's something. We're handicapping us in some way. But more than anything, we just don't believe what the outside people say. We have great belief in ourselves and always have. We took a team down to the bubble in 2020 that people had us outside the playoffs, and we finished 4th. We competed in the semifinals. And then in 2021, same thing, pick us, 6 or later, and we finished 3rd. And so this is an ongoing thing. And so we don't have the problem. It's other people that don't know what they're doing.
Great, thanks. Now I can go work on
I hope it wasn't one of you guys that did that. Did you all do that? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go
You
work
didn't
on my
write that,
power
did you,
rankings.
really?
Huh?
You didn't
What's
write
that?
all those power rankings, did you, man?
Well, I had you number 3 last week, I believe. So
Last week? Oh.
Yeah.
What about before training
I
camp?
believe my preseason was either 5 or 6. I have to go back and look.
All right.
I don't remember, but
All right.
it was not in the top 4. I will admit that.
It's okay. We understand it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Any final questions?
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.